Your title is multiplying fractions. All right, multiplying fractions is one of those things that's pretty simple. The actual act of multiplying is simple, but all the things that go along with it can make it hard. So, first of all, we're going to write down to multiply fractions. We're going to multiply numerators by numerators and denominators by denominators, and then simplify. Okay, so to multiply fractions, multiply numerators by numerators. And denominators by denominators. Then simplify. So along with this, we're going to look at 4 examples. We're going to start with the ideal problem. Ideally, you want to have 2 fractions to multiply together because you're just multiplying the numerators together and the denominators together. That's not always what you get, but we're going to start with ideal. So my first example is 2/3 times 3/4. This is the same as doing 2 times 3 in the numerator and 3 times 4 in the denominator. So then we need to figure out what this equals. 2 times 3 is what?
6.
And 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, so that's it. That's all you do to multiply. And then the next step is to simplify. So this is where it gets a little dicey. If you have a hard time simplifying or you don't remember what it is, this is where you might struggle. So simplifying means that we're going to make it smaller by reducing, or if we have an improper fraction, we can change it to a mixed number or a whole number. So let's see what we have. Do we have an improper fraction?
No.
No. So we don't need to change anything to a mixed number. Can we reduce?
Yes.
Yes. What should we divide by?
2 to 3.
I hear 2 and I hear 3. What's 2 times 3?
6.
Can we divide by 6? Yes. 6 divided by 6 is,
1.
and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Can I reduce that anymore?
No.
No. This is as far as it goes. So 2/3 times 3/4 is equal to 1/2. All right, next example. 3/2 or 3/2 times 4/3 or 4/3. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply numerators times numerators and denominators by denominators. What is 3 times 4?
12.
And what is 2 times 3?
6.
6. So we're done multiplying. Our next step is to simplify. Okay, so simplify means we can reduce or change improper to mixed. Do we have improper?
Yes.
Yes. So instead of reducing, let's just go ahead and change it first because it might surprise us. So to go from improper to mixed, what do I do? Divide. Okay, what does typo stand for? Good. 12 divided by 6. 6 goes into 12 how many times? 2 times 6. Subtract, you get 0. Final answer is here. Now the reason why we save the reducing is because you don't want to reduce, then divide and get a whole number. Then we did a step that we didn't have to do. But sometimes when you divide, you'll get a mixed number and then you can just reduce that fraction. All right, 2 more examples. The next one is 6 times 2/3. Wait, is this the ideal form that we want it to be in? No, we want a fraction times a fraction, but we have a whole number times a fraction. Is there a way for us to change this whole number into a fraction?
Put 6/1.
Put 6/1. So over here off to the side, we're going to make a little note. Change whole numbers to fractions before multiplying. So I'm going to turn this into 6/1 times 2/3. Because there is nothing wrong with that fraction. It's a fraction. So now I just multiply straight across. 6 times 2.
12.
And 1 times 3. 3. Is it improper? Do I need to reduce? Improper. So what do I do?
Divide.
Yep. Top in, bottom out. 3 goes into 12. How many times?
4.
4. 4 times 3 is?
12.
Subtract, you get 0. Final answer is 4. So 6 times 2/3 is 4. All right, last example. We have 2 and 2/3 times 3/4. Is this our ideal form? We've got a mixed number and a fraction. We want to multiply this a fraction times a fraction. Is there a way for us to change our mixed number into a fraction? 3 times 2. And then what's that equal?
6.
6. And then what's next? Plus. 6 plus 2.
Yeah.
And so that changes it to an improper fraction. We get 8 over what?
3.
3. Your denominator stays the same. Okay, so to get our numerator, we multiplied our denominator times our whole number, and we got 6. And then we did 6 plus our numerator, which is 2, gave us 8. So we have 8/3, our denominator stays the same, times 3/4. Okay, so over here, we're gonna make a little note. Change mixed numbers to improper fractions before multiplying. Change mixed numbers to improper fractions before multiplying. So that's what we did here. Now we can multiply straight across. 8 times 3 is
24.
and 3 times 4.
12.
Is it improper?
Yes.
Yes. So we divide top and bottom out. 24 divided by 12. 12 goes into 24 2 times. 2 times 12 is 24. I'm running out of space. Subtract, you get 0. Okay, so 2 is our final answer.